Just so excited for Panthers fans everywhere. The neighborhood is crazy. We were yelling from our couch as a family and walked outside where we normally, ride bikes and walk the dogs. And there was just neighbors out in front in the front yards. Everyone was really excited, but really, and also just proud of this team, proud of the coaches, the players, everybody involved. It took the whole season. It took 17 games, capturing opportunities along the way to be in position for this, and we're ready to chase the next championship opportunity in front of us.
Sounds good. We'll kick things off with Scott Fowler, followed by Joe Person.
Hey, Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, I have just two quick ones. One you sort of answered there. I just wanted a little more detail about, where you watched it, if you were glued to every second of it, and so on. And I have one follow-up.
Absolutely. We were right at home, sitting on our couch together. The Canales family, Scott Cooper, joined us. His crew was out of town, so we were just excited, just following it every single play. Couldn't take our eyes off the game. Rushing to grab a snack, getting back to see what happens, and just the turn of events at the end. I didn't expect anything less from this matchup, and playing the Saints and knowing how well the type of football they've been playing down the stretch, and the Falcons really putting things together and played out just like that. One little side funny story: my brother called me after the interception, the D. Alford interception, and he's like, he's ready to celebrate, and I was like, call me back. I was like, this ain't over. This is, if I'm on the other side, I'm thinking we got a shot here. Let's go down and get the first points, onside kick, and see what we can do. So got back. I got kind of pissed at him, but it was, but it was amazing. We all yelled like crazy, and just really, really fortunate and proud.
Great. And the second one is a follow-up from yesterday. We did not get a chance to ask you this in the press room because this pool report didn't come out till later, but just one follow-up on that Rico Dowdle backward pass where the ref said because of the erroneous whistle, the Panthers could have had a choice to replay the down. Did you
Yeah,
ever have a choice to replay the down?
they never gave us the option. They never came over and gave us the option. So they officiated it out there, and then they just put the ball down. And basically, I got to go. I got to get my next personnel and play ready to go.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Hey, Dave, congrats.
Hey, thank you.
Um, Curious just what you think this opportunity means for you, the program, and specifically Bryce.
Yeah, it's about process. It's about our mentality. We talk about, attacking every game as a championship opportunity. And, over the course of the season, we stack together enough wins in our division, outside of division, to prepare us for this. And so now we take the next step. We kind of chop our season up into quarters and treat it like a game. You got the first quarter, second quarter, for one of our quarters had 5 games in it. But so we just have that mentality so that we can be on track to seize championship opportunities. And this is the next one. So we just have to go right back to work with our process. And, what it's meant is just, proving to the guys that if we have that mentality, if we do take advantage of opportunities and prepare ourselves each week like it's a championship opportunity, then good things will happen down the stretch. And we're in this position right now because of the hard work and that focus.
And then quickly, you guys, I mean, you've only been here 2 years. You guys stood pat at the deadline. It almost feels like you're getting here maybe a year earlier than you guys anticipated. How would you address that? And do you think that's accurate?
I can never approach any season going into it without the mentality that we're going to try to win the first championship first, and regardless of what it may feel like, or for me as the head coach, as I'm asking the guys to give me everything they have and how hard they play, how hard they practice, what they put their bodies and minds through. It can't be anything less than the pursuit of that first championship, and that's got to be the mentality and the work that goes into it. So I don't speak to them any other way. I respect the work that goes into it as far as the staff goes and everything else. For me, there's no forecasting. We have to be right now. It has to be this game. This is everything. These are opportunities, beyond just the implications of trying to win the division, but for each individual player, their careers and opportunities, we have to regard every moment. It's too hard and it's too special to not treat it that way.
Steve Reed, followed by Mike Kay.
Hey, Dave, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
I'm just curious, have you heard from David Tepper? You know, he purchased the team in 2018. He's been through, a 7-year drought. I'm just curious, did you talk to him? Did you get a phone call from him? And I imagine he would be pretty excited about everything.
Yes, we had a brief phone call. Between the two of us, our phones are getting blown up a lot, and I just when he answered the phone, I said, "Is this the owner of the NFC South champion Panthers?" And and he got a good kick out of that. But it's about all of us competing, treating every day like it's 4th and 1, and having that mentality. But we had a good conversation.
Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
We talked about 2010 earlier this week. You know the power of a home game in the playoffs. Have you wrapped your mind around being able to kind of host this thing no matter who kind of comes out of the NFC West, or I guess of the NFC West opponents?
Absolutely. I'm just so excited to be in Bank of America Stadium one more time. The energy that's been there at the end of our season, as we continue to build momentum, and the fans showing up early, being loud, causing problems for the opponent's offense. I know what type of an advantage that can be for us, and so I'm so excited to be here. Obviously, all of us, being right at home, sleeping in our own beds, and being able to attack it one more time it's such a cool opportunity, and it all starts off with winning the division first, and we're able to be in that position to get that done. So it's exciting.
And you've played both of your potential opponents. What is the advantage maybe going into a playoff game, having that, teach film, essentially?
It's an opportunity to correct some things that we wanted to correct, and try to replicate things that were successful for us. But it gives you a little bit of familiarity and confidence to know, okay, this is a team that we've seen before, and we've played them tough. And thinking about the Rams coming in and getting that win, just different teams that we've played, the Niners, seeing that opponent, and how disciplined they are and how focused, and so we got to see what happens and what shakes out here to know who we're playing. But it certainly does give the familiarity gives a level of confidence to know like what we're going up against and how to prepare.
We have time for a few more. We'll go with David Newton, followed by Mike Solarte.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you, are you wearing a championship hat and T-shirt?
I am not. I need to get that done. Just short of driving back to Bank of America Stadium to the office to pick up our shirts and hats, but there will be a time for that. But I'm just super proud right now.
So what's going to be your message to the team? And will y'all have like that kind of a celebration in the locker room at any point tomorrow morning? Or
no, tomorrow's going to be a full-on game plan prep day for the staff. The guys will come in and move their bodies and do some things like that, but we'll go right back to work when they get back.
What was the most anxious moment for you today?
Oh, certainly the onside kick, and really the series before the series of the interception. When the Saints were moving the ball really effectively down there, and the interception was huge, but there's still time on the clock. And then of course he goes down, and Tyler Shuck does a great job getting them down there and launching the ball into the end zone for that go-ahead touchdown. So there are a bunch of moments all the way through it, but what a great game! What a great competitive moment for those guys.
How much does it take the sting out of what happened yesterday? And this, you tell the players now anything can happen, or what is your message?
Championship opportunity right in front of us. How long can we keep that statement true? That was my message to the group over a month ago. 1-0 with a chance to win the division. That's got to be our focus, 1 week at a time. And we won one, we lost one, but we did enough to put ourselves in this position. And so here we go. We got another week. We get to hang around with each other. We love working together. We love being on the grass. That type of an environment. And that was my message last week, guys. Like, let's go get this win so we can do this again another week. We're having way too much fun. And we didn't get that done yesterday. But here we are with everything in front of us, and everybody's record is obsolete now. It's all 0-0, and we got the 1-0 mentality with a chance for a championship, and here we are.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Coach, congratulations. Mike Solarte here at Spectrum News One. Going back to Joe's question about the arriving maybe a year early, I understand that the focus is week to week and day to day, but in a 30,000-foot view, did you anticipate being here at this point when you originally were hired by the franchise?
That's always the approach. The approach is to win the division. Every game's a championship opportunity. That's got to be my mentality. And that's the way we work in the offseason. Everybody, all collectively, works too hard not to believe that. And it comes from belief, it comes from confidence, and the ability to have good processes to play good football. And if you can play good enough football, you can beat anybody. That's a true statement. And just keeping that focus and mentality alive so that the work is right and so that the focus is there. And that's been our approach since we got here.
And just a quick follow, has there been any preliminary indication if it's a Saturday or Sunday for you guys yet?
I don't know that.
We'll go with Chris Jenkins and end things with Cass.
Hey, Dave, congratulations. There's been some good questions asked. So the only question I had remaining was about that run game that you guys have. I know you're going to be doing some prep for the game coming up, but what are the challenges and solutions right now that you're maybe seeing for the run game that you guys have?
Just staying connected up front, making sure nobody's running through gaps, and the running back's got to be violent and run through stuff. There's going to be arm tackles. Sometimes they're going to be an extra hat, and that's your guy, and just be violent with it, physical, and make sure we're just getting efficient runs. And I felt like our run game just wasn't efficient. And I can live with that. If you run it twice and you're in third and short, that really helps our third down stuff as well. But yeah, we'll be right back at it. We'll look at whatever opponent comes up and see how we can attack them because we're going to try to run the ball at some point.
Hey Dave, how's it going?
Hey, Cass.
Hey, you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but just kind of wanted to get a little more detailed. There were a lot of emotions in the locker room last night, understandably. What is the best way to sort of facilitate such a quick 180 mental turnaround with the guys this week?
The work always brings us back, whether it's a big win, a big loss, they're all big. But whatever the outcome of the last game is, the work snaps us out of it. The work brings us back. I'm so grateful to have one more opportunity to get back to work where we can get on that grass. We go through the preparation, we have our meetings, and once we are in cleats and once we're on that grass, it's like the next thing becomes really clear, the focus of what we're doing, the walkthroughs and the opponent. It just becomes all about that. And that's what's so cool about this time of year. It's like, here we go. We get one more opportunity. Let's keep this. Let's make this statement true. 1-0 with a chance to win the championship. How long can we keep that statement true?